Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. This one is super raw. I'm just getting up. Good morning. I have so much to do today. It's gonna be a really good day. It's been a really long time since I've had a day like this. It's like jam-packed. There's so much to do on my schedule. The first thing I want to do is film this video, and then after that I'm gonna go hit the beach and chill for a little bit. I just need some sun, and then I'm gonna start my first time having a personal trainer. I always go to Body Factory, which is really great. I do the classes there, but this time I'm gonna try a trainer out. They're really affordable right now. Like literally everything in Bali has like a major discount because of COVID. There's not a lot of tourists, so I'm really excited to be trying out this trainer. It's like one-on-one time, which I really want, and I can just be in and out of the gym. And then after that I have a facial, which will be really nice. I need to like clear my acne up. And another really great thing about Bali is that everyone just comes to your house. Like, I'll go to the gym obviously for the trainer, but he could come to my house if I wanted to. The lady doing my facial, she'll just come, I'll lay out on my bed, and she'll bring all her equipment. And it's crazy affordable too. And then in the evening I'm doing a crypto meetup, which I'm excited about because I'm really getting into crypto right now. So if you guys know any good altcoins, let me know. I've been studying a lot. I haven't made any crazy investments, but I'm starting to. I've made one really big one, which I consider big. So yeah, so for this video I want to start a series where I talk about different topics. For this topic I want to talk about women traveling to Bali solo, my experience, and some tips I'd want to give to you guys. So yeah, and then in the future I'll make like different casual videos of me just like waking up. Let's just talk about something, share some good info that you guys would find really helpful. So let me go make something and let's get this started. Oh well, I got a cantaloupe yesterday, but I have no idea how to cut it. I got my cantaloupe. Oh, I left the fridge open. What is that? Okay, so my room just got cleaned. The maids just came, so don't think I actually keep my apartment this clean. I would never be able to maintain it. But we got my cantaloupe. I got my tripod. Look how freaking broken my tripod is. So we got my cantaloupe. We're set up. Ugh. How did this get in the bowl? I thought I threw it away. Alright homies, I'm back. Okay, so top things to do in Bali as a solo female traveler. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm a hot mess. Okay, so let me know if you like this setup. I'm using my professional camera instead of my iPhone 12. I think this is better for this kind of video where we're just talking one-on-one, you know, just giving you some good tips. Okay, so if you're coming to Bali as a solo female traveler, you need to watch this video. I did my first trip. 2018 I did my first trip. 2019 I moved to Bali. So literally a month after coming to visit Bali for the first time for just a week during Thanksgiving break, I was like, this is my place. I need to get out of LA, and it's been the best decision ever. So these are a few tips that I've learned from my experience living in Bali as a woman alone. I've been here 2 years now. I've met a lot of girls here. Honestly, I feel like there's a lot more women here traveling alone than men. If there's men here, they're usually just in a couple, or they're just passing by for a couple of months. But the girls here like often stay here long term. But regardless, there's people from all over the world here, which is also really interesting. You're gonna meet some amazing people. So if you're traveling alone, either to Bali for the first time alone or just alone in general, I am first of all so jealous of you because you're gonna go through one of the most magical transformations you've ever had in your life. You are gonna come back a completely different woman than you are right now. You're watching this video for a reason, right? And you're feeling a certain type of way. Don't let yourself ignore that feeling. There's a reason why you're feeling like that. You probably need a break. You probably need to get away. You need to feel alive again. And that's what Bali will do for you. That is why so many people come to Bali. And I'm jealous because I've been here for so long and I'm craving that same feeling again. So I know that whatever you expect coming to Bali, it's gonna be 10 times, 100 times better because Bali is freaking magical like that. Everyone says this too, so don't think it's just me. And it's not just like a hype, eat, pray, love thing. It's actually really, really true. There's so much you realize. Bali has taught me how to be a minimalist. I live out of a suitcase now, and I'm so happy with just the bare minimum because it's all about the experiences that you have here on the island that really show you what life is all about. Traveling alone, but you never actually have to be alone on your own. You can just come here on your own, be independent, but there's gonna be a lot of people here, and I really recommend joining Facebook groups. The two big Facebook groups where you can meet people are Canggu Nomad Girls and Girls in Bali. They're both very different. Canggu Nomad Girls to meet girls, and Girls in Bali to ask questions about where do I do my laundry? Where can I get a scooter? Does anyone know a good taxi driver? Those questions are all being answered. There are some great questions. I also have an ebook, which is an insane, I spent 3 weeks writing this ebook. It's called Why You Need to Come to Bali for a Month. It's a Bali guide. It's more than 80 pages long. It also has everything, every single possible tip I could provide is in that book, so go check it out. Also help your girl out because she needs the money. Join those Facebook groups, meet people. You need to meet people when you're here, but also you can just do your own thing if you want to do your own thing. So yeah, Facebook groups is a great way to go be hey, do you want to go get a coconut? Or at the lawn and La Breeze are my two favorite places for sunset, so make sure you visit those. And then if you're also traveling alone and you want to meet people, joining a gym is really good, and joining a yoga studio or a co-working place. Some of the really cool co-working places are Tropical Nomad. B-Work just opened, which is gonna be really cool. And then also Kinship, which is really artsy fartsy. So if you're into that kind of jam, that one's really cool too. Personally, I think I like B-Work and Kinship the most. There's so many events going on. There's yoga events, there's charity events. There's so many cool ways to meet people. And then there's also women empowerment groups or a lot of astrological hippie stuff that goes on that's always really interesting to learn about. What was the last, full moon circles are really interesting. You just have to look on Instagram. People are posting all the time. Follow all your cool, all the cool Bali influencers and see what they're up to, and then bookmark those spots. Go where they're going, because if they're going, it's probably a good spot to go to. Duh. And there's also, okay, so something people don't really talk about is that there's also really cool things. There's the art scene here. Kinship is really involved in the arts, and the Slow has really cool art shows, so if that's your vibe, I just wanted to put that out there because people don't really talk about that often. There's also the skate community as well. So Amplitude is a really popular skate park. So if you're a skater, that's a really cool place to go to. Also, if you can skate, I am so down to come skate with you because I want to learn again. So let me know. So I was just saying, hit up your influencers for tips. The places that they're going to are either popular or new, or there's something going on there that they're going for. So definitely bookmark all of those places. Even I've been here for 2 years. I look at what everyone else is doing to find the cool new spots because that's kind of how you find out what's going on in town. I totally understand about budgeting for a trip. I'm the biggest money saver, and I'm such a minimalist. I'm I don't need fancy things. But if they're staying at a really cool resort or one of those eco villas, I definitely recommend spending at least 2 nights out of your whole trip there. It's such a different experience, and it's a really nice way to treat yourself, and there's not a lot of villas in other parts of the world like that, so that's something really worth experiencing. Talking about treating yourself, have a spa day. Okay, I do this with my hands a lot, and it's really bothering me because I'll look at it when I'm editing and I'll be why? Okay, cool. So the next thing is have a spa day. Just do it. I didn't do it when I came. I was like, oh, I don't need it. I can save money. I don't need a massage. Girl, you need a massage. You deserve it. Like, the massages here, I'm literally addicted to having massages now. Like, I don't think I do one like every 2 weeks. There's like the fancier kind which you treat yourself to like once a month, and then there's like the ordinary ones that are once every 2 weeks, and then there's like the really cheap ones which are like every week, sometimes every day. When I was sick and I had my back injury, I would have one every day because I really needed it, and then she would just come to my house. Especially with COVID, all of the spas are like started shutting down, so all of these employees that are really well trained are like building up their own businesses where they're just be like, we can just WhatsApp them and be like, hey Poochie, can you come over on Monday at like 3 p.m. I actually have a facial today at 3 p.m. Yes, I need a facial. My face is so freaking gross right now. It's acne. It's honestly, the acne came from wearing my mask. I used to never need to wear a mask. Only within like the past week they started to, or the past like 2-3 months, they were like, you need to wear a mask or you're gonna get fined like $70 US. And I don't really understand it because you only need to wear a mask when you're driving. It makes no sense to me. So if someone actually has a reason for that, please let me know. 2-3 favorite spas. Karsa Spa, if you are up in Ubud, they have really good quality massages. Their flower bath is nice too. And then if you're in Canggu Seminyak, Spring Spa, they always hook me up. They are my favorites. I love them. And then a new place I really want to try out is called Body Works. They have like this Moroccan vibe, and it's really, really cool and artsy, and like you can go and take pictures too. I really want to work with them because I want to book trips there, and I think it'd just be like the perfect like Dreamy Trips vibe. I own a travel company called Dreamy Trips Bali. I want to help women, especially South Asian women, travel to Bali. I want to host really high-end bachelorette parties, so I really just need the borders to open up. That would be great. Okay, so treating yourself, spa days, nice hotels. Next, shopping. So I know a lot of you guys like shopping, but you don't have time for it when you have a 7-day trip and you're just going, there's just so much to do. So if you're coming for a really short amount of time, there's a couple of places I definitely recommend checking out. If you're in Ubud, of course, go to the art market. It's really nice and it's a really interesting experience. There's a couple of things I want to tell you is that go in the mornings because they appreciate their first sales the most out of everyone, and they're the nicest. They definitely get crankier later in the day. I've had people just be snappy, but in the morning they're always way, way better, and they respect you a little bit more. And there's two different things that there's one thing I also want to tell you about is that the bag. So when you buy a certain item from like one of the stalls, they will put it in a bag. Either it's going to be striped or solid, and I can't remember what's what, and they probably change it around. I'm not sure, but it depends. Like if you get a striped bag, that means that they've been able to rip you off. If you have a solid bag, that means that they've given it to you for the price that it actually is, or you've gotten it at a discount. And this is so other stall vendors know whether to rip you are off or not. So what I always do is I just put all my stuff in a big bag, so then like they have no idea what to expect. Oh, okay, so yeah, so Ubud for the art market. And then if you're in Canggu, Love Anchor is the place to be. It's way better than the art market in my opinion because it's sometimes a little cheaper. It also has a cuter experience just because of the aesthetic of everything. It's really, really nice. And then if you're here on a Sunday, you have to go to La Brisa Sunday market. It is the cutest, best shopping experience you will ever have in your life. Do it, like just do it. Like go. Also, they have a really good dosa stall if you like Indian food, and they do free coffee, and their coffee is really, really yum. So do that. Do it. Now onto parties. Okay, so there's two parties I want to talk about, which is really great for solo travelers. One is Alternative Beach. It's like this cool, like it has a hostel, it has a really nice hotel, so if you want to stay there as well, I definitely recommend it for people who are in Canggu. And then like Wednesday and Saturday, I don't really know right now if they're doing it, but once borders open up, I am certain it's gonna pop off again. They have these really cool parties, like a pool party, like think spring break in Bali. Like it's just the jam. Like the drinks are good, the vibes are good, there's cute boys, hot chicks, like there's a DJ playing some really good music. So it's really, really cool to go to. I should probably eat some of this. Okay, I lied. It wasn't two parties, it was one. That was the main one I wanted to talk to. But there's other like really cool places like Savaya on the weekend, popping off pool club. Savaya used to be Omnia. There's a huge pool club in Las Vegas, but it's now changed to Savaya. It's definitely worth checking out. Just like more chill vibes rather than Savaya and Alternative Beach. There's like Fins, actually just kidding, what am I saying? Fins is also really good for pool parties, but Fins also just opened Saint Tropez, which is like this new restaurant, which seems like a vibe. I want to go check it out soon. And then there's also the Lawn La Brisa. I literally will talk about La Brisa in every single video because I love it so much. I had a cousin visit last year from India, and I literally was like, okay, I'm gonna make this whole itinerary for you. Let's go do all these popping off cool things. And she was like, let's just go to La Brisa every single day. She would go for yoga in the morning. She would go to the practice. She really liked that. I really liked Odyssey, but I think they've just closed. So she would go to the practice. It's a really nice yoga studio. It's really nice aesthetics. And then in the evenings, we would just chill at La Brisa, get coconuts. She would get like an espresso martini, and we would just chill. Like, that's the thing in Bali. Like, either you can have a crazy schedule, or you can just take it slow every day and just enjoy yourself. And you don't even have to spend a lot of money. Like, things are not crazy expensive.